I mean, it's falling apart. Yep, gotta fight the way. Ooh, nice. All right, just give me to turn this around. I got him in the corner. Gotta make him guess. Oh, gets the clean hit right to the super. Nice. All right, we're staying alive.
The 2 beat characters. Ooh, that's a round start. AI and a DI.
Very good.
Anti-air interaction using that DP that God gave you. Using those slows, checking the toes, into the armor, stands for the super.
What is good? What is good? We're out here with another all the way up tournament series. This time we're gonna do a little different. But before that, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into our commentators booth. What's good, Teddy? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Sounds good. Hold on, let me see. I can do this from here. We can do that from there as well. So we're gonna do things a little different tonight. Since we only got 4 contestants, we're doing a round robin. So it's gonna be 6 matches, and all matches are gonna be on stream at first to 5. So we still gonna get some matches in for everybody.
Yeah.
So how's it going, man? Like I said, I appreciate you, hopping on the mic with me. It makes things a lot easier for me.
No, it's going all right. I was just we hosted our local yesterday, so I'm pretty tired after that. So I'm getting a day to rest, and yeah, I still got to make top 8 graphics and whatnot, but I'll do it after this this bracket here.
Sounds good. I look forward to that. I saw some of the videos. That's the one where I can't think when there's a name Gator Dunn. Is that the same one Gator Dunn went to?
No, they haven't gone to my local at least.
Okay. Oh, so we got multiple locals going on. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we should be having.
We had a record.
You had a record. Like how many people?
118.
God damn. Okay. All right. So we should be having Fubuki and Lucky up first. I'm just gonna let them know.
Okay, got you.
Okay, so Fubuki is corn.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, should we get to go with our first match of the night?
All right, cool. Oh, I didn't know we were live now. Yeah.
Yeah, you was live. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No worries. What's up, everybody? My name's Teddy Treebark. So if for those of you who don't know, I was the dude who commentated Easlov at Frosty Faustings. All of it. Anyway, we got Lucky and Fubuki. Lucky, really advanced very advanced sisca. But Fubuki on the mine here. Yeah, this is going to be a great starter here. Drops a combo. Yeah. Definitely want to burst there. It was looking like he was killed. Mine with the fatal overhead. That was so nasty. And coming in with the first round with a perfect right there. Nice. Okay. Nice. Into the dunk. Base to DP. This is going to be a lot of damage here. Oh. Nice. Okay. Coming through. Into the air dash into the fatal JC. This is going to be a lot of damage here. Going to get mix off this. Yeah. You had to guess. Yeah. No burst to save you now. And Fubuki taking that first round. That first game 1-0. Nice. Going into the Oki now. Looks like Lucky actually doing a much better job. Just kind of adapting here, but never count out Fubuki here. So this is going to be a fat stack of damage here. And for Oki, goes for the low. Into the instant overhead. Such great block from Lucky and uses the burst to get out, but it's not going to matter. That's the reason. Oh, unfortunate drop there, but will it matter? It will not matter. Fubuki going to go up around this time. Nice. Oh, this is going to be a good chunk of damage. This is a great starter. Going to be easily a 30% here. Look at that pressure into the fatal instant overhead. That guard bar looking very much crank. Just needs one more sequence to guard break. But Lucky was able to burst out. 60. That's a lot of plus frames. Fatal fireball, but Fubuki just going to use that burst to get out and finish the jump and drops the combo. Chance for Lucky. Go. Nice. Into the DP. Ain't gonna fatal super. This is definitely gonna kill. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Okay, picks it in. Nice. All right, going into the instant overhead. Instant overhead, so good. That charge 6B doing a lot of work here. There's the air dash, gets a conversion, catch with the 5A that caught the back dash. It was so nice, but unfortunately drops it. Fatal fireball. Not wanting to skip neutral. Not going to do a lot of damage here, but it is going to leave him in a more favorable position here. Gets opened up low. DP air dashes for the side switch too. This might just kill. Oh, drops it. But we'll pick it up with the throw. Good stuff. To Fubuki. Not sure if they know that it's a first to 5. Either that, we got desynced again.
No, they asking.
Okay, they asking. Okay, yeah. So yeah, these sets are gonna be long as hell. Nice. All right, into the 2D Oki mix. Nothing but honest mids here. Here comes the command grab with that conversion. Nice. Fatal jump C. Tries to parry, but whiffs. But Lucky was unable to punish. There's the 2BC. Oh, that charge 6B gonna catch them in the air. They're gonna die for this. Yes, they will. Nice. Ooh, okay. Gonna be a lot of damage here. Yep. Goes low this time, the anti-loam. Charge 6B. And gets hit with the overhead. That 2C is an overhead. You gotta be careful on that. Uses a super. This is a lot of damage. And the flame carpet is on. And Fubuki going to take that third game. Currently up 3-0. Nice. Going to the throw. Hard knockdown Oki. Great defense on Lucky. Going to get a small punish. But Fubuki just not caring about the Oki. It's just fatal DPs. Forced to spend the burst here. Definitely don't want to have to deal with that. But that charge 6B catches them. There it is. A great starter for Fubuki. Nicely done. Right, BlackJet is out, but no real punish coming in from Fubuki. So punish again on 2C. That is punishable. Into the command grab, and you're going to get the enhanced version of that because of the flame carpet. Nice. What a jump out on the 6D. That was very smart from Fubuki. Just recognizing the gap in pressure and just reacting accordingly. Backdashes. But man, Lucky is not doing so hot. Takes the hit. Rather take the hit than get guard crushed here. And now Fubuki is now going to be up 4-0. Just one more to do. One more. Oh, the DP gonna come out. Immediate burst because of that of the DP punish right there. Another command grab. Gonna get the which the burst. This is such a bad position for Lucky to be in. It's gonna be in a staggering 40% off the dome here. Nah, did I say 40? I meant 60%. Barely not killing. Chance for Lucky here. Will they finally get something on the board here? Here comes the starter into the fatal. Nice. Base DP, but no punish. There, the stagger pressure going to do, but drops the combo. This is so bad. Fatal dashes, but unfortunately gets thrown for the troubles. The DP comes out. This is a good chunk DP, but was waiting for the burst and just Fubuki not biting. But of course, as soon as I say that, they block the burst, but no real punish off it. Backdash just to get out of the fireball mix up here. The 6C. This is a great starter for Lucky. Spends the cash just to make sure. Nice. Both players immediately spending their burst, which is I have that same bad habit of like just spending burst whenever I get like a good hit. You have to remember that burst does not come back. Nicely done. Ooh. This is gonna be a great starter here. Not gonna be enough, but oh, I never mind. Fubuki taking that 5-0. That was excellent stuff from Fubuki here.
I think that was my first time seeing Sisca too. So I'm still kind of like undecided who I'm gonna be mating in this game so far.
I mean, you got the roster is small, but there's just a lot of good quality. There's just like a lot of good quality characters in this game, and the characters are very distinct enough that you're gonna have a lot to like kind of sink your teeth into.
Gotcha.
And like Sisca, obviously a mix-up machine. You saw it at Frosty's. You saw it. You saw it with like, especially with Jack World playing. Like it is. The mix you were able to do with that character is absurd. But mind no slouch either. Pretty much your Shoto of the game, but a jack of all trades. But he does have for a Shoto character, he does have a very good Oki. And he can just kill you on a lot of a hit. Or if it's not enough to kill, it's enough to crank your guard bard for a guard break. And he's definitely a character that you can really learn the game with.
All right, so next up we got Basil versus BlackJet.
Okay, BlackJet, very strong Qdora main. And then I was actually just playing Basil before this bracket. So Qdora versus Yagabi. This is a very interesting matchup, to say. Because Yagabi, obviously, any sort of projectile, I want you to think of like any projectile move, and any anti-projectile move like throughout fighting game history. Chances are, Yagabi already has it. His flash kick nice. is a parry. The Bato, aka the Mistfinder, is a parry. His backdash is technically a parry. It's a sway. His shoulder tackle also has a guard point in a parry. This man has parries on parries on parries on parries. But parries don't mean much in terms of set play, especially if you can play around them. And you can already see BlackJet just playing a little bit more passively than you would see a Qdora main play this matchup, because you have to play around those Batos and those parries. But we got the set play going already. Let's see if he's going for those parry safe setups right here. That's a safe jump right there into the mix. Bakes the burst. This is pretty good. It's pretty good damage. It goes into the fatal super, which will do a chunk. Especially in a high health character like Yagabi, you need every inch of damage you can get. Yeah. Fortunately, the soldier tackle saw the projectile and took the chance to do it. See, that's like it. And there's that first instance of that Bato being able to parry. The fatal soldier charge, and what's so scary about that is you can dash cancel out of that, and it's so, because one fatal shoulder charge and all of a sudden Yagabi's in. But unfortunately, Yagabi's in trouble because of that whiff flash kick right there. Might just be enough to kill. Not gonna build the bar, but as soon as I say that, BlackJet gonna take that first game. With the overhead, just whipping the flash kick. Basil just kind of just throwing some stuff out there. Unfortunately, it's just not a lot of it is hitting his mark. Finally, back in with the fatal tackle. Going to go for the seal. Yep, that particular move is a low, and it's so hard to see because you think she's going to go high or whatever, but it catches you low. Nice flash kick to get out, but back at it again. This is not a good matchup here. Yagabi really has to pick and choose the places where he wants to be aggressive. There's the fatal Bato into the fatal jump C. Back at it, full screen again. This is not where you want to be against Qdora, especially when she's about to build a bar meter. But great gap closing by Basil. Nice. The instant overhead coming in from BlackJet. Not going to do a lot of damage here, but we'll put them in a favorable position. The fireball is nice. So one of the special moves that he has is where he brings up his sword and then brings it back down again. That move, if you time it right, it can also parry projectiles. And then when that happens, it can generate a fireball. So that's one of the things that you gotta watch out for. You don't want to be able to give Yagabi a fireball for free. But this pressure coming in gets clipped by the overhead. Round a piece from both players now. But that overhead does a lot of damage. Another overhead. Nice. Back at it again. Oof. Press combo off the fatal 2D. Nice flash kick. He's just trying to set up any sort of Oki. There's that anti-air, but unfortunately gonna get clipped. Goes for the end. The low. Definitely has the bar to catch out and kill Basil. BlackJet going up 2-0. Nice. The dive kick, normally unsafe, but the seal's making it safe, making it plus even, so you gotta be aware of that. Tries the fatal fireball. Going to the sweep, the 2D. And then we see a guard break. But drops the combo. Very unfortunate drop coming in from BlackJet. But this could be the chance that Basil needs here. Air dash is in. Basil forced to burst here. And now BlackJet going up yet another round. Nice flash kick to call out the instant overhead. That counter hit. 6C does a lot of damage. Oh, there it is again. Tries to go for the jump C. Fatal jump C just to keep pressure going. There's the tackle. You are looking pretty dead here. See if they got the loops. Of course they do. Nice. Look at this pressure, but eventually. Ooh. Ah. Nice. That quintuple overhead, especially when you add that into the seal pressure, it's so oppressive. 5BC coming out alive here. You can't. What's interesting about that particular mechanic, it's not frame 1. It has a free frame startup, so it's pretty different than most parries in a lot of fighting games. So you have to make sure you pick and choose your 5BC timings correctly. But who cares? I mean, you got a flash kick like Yagabi's, but with the Bato, this is pretty bad. A very bad situation. Going to be a lot of damage, or at the very least a good setup right here. Had to guess on that setup here. Shoulder tackles to get out. Waits on the Bato, but hesitates a little bit too much and closes out that game with the fatal 2D. BlackJet up 3-0. Nice. Woo! Cool. The fireball was taking its time to catch up there. Taking a sweet time to get over to Qdora here. But time is not as a luxury you don't have here, especially when closing out that round. Tries to carry the first part of the Rekka series, but unfortunately, it's too fast. Up mid-screen combo here, but we'll get Oki after. Nice anti-air to punish the super jump. The overhead coming in clutch to take a quarter of your health. Baits the flash kick despite the fatal dash cancel on it. This is bad news for Basil. Goes for the overhead reset. Baits the flash kick, forcing the burst to get out. Tries to go for the fatal dash. Doesn't connect, but it will chip out the kill there. BlackJet on set point here. Coming in, fatal shoulder tackle. Going to be a lot of damage here. Woo! Nice. Blocks the overhead. Could have gotten a little bit of a better punish right there. But those fatal jazz cancel, you can just tell that Basil really just wants in and just want to take no for an answer. There comes the burst from BlackJet. Took a while to get to that point too. But now you're staring down a Yagabi. Your guard bar is almost crushed. Lets out on the pressure and gives Qdora a chance to fight back. Now your guard bar is under pressure, and your guard broken, which means optimal script, but it's a bit of midstream, so it's a bit of an awkward conversion there. Baits the flash kick and slowly walks up to take that round. BlackJet on set point. Going to the shoulder charge. Nice. This pressure coming in. There is a bit of a gap here, but not much you can really do about it. Oh, is able to combo off the fireball, but it's unable to convert. Goes for the set play here. It's high or low. Some good defense from Basil here, but unfortunately, like all defense, eventually you'll get opened up, but not enough to kill. And BlackJet will take the set 5-0.
That's nice. And so next up, we will have Basil back on versus Lucky, and they decided I gave it an option to switch to first to threes, but they decided to keep it first to fives. So we're gonna keep pushing on with that.
Yeah, the games in this go pretty dang fast. So it doesn't really surprise me. But we do have. But yeah, hopefully this will be a much closer match this time around, because BlackJet and Fubuki, just really strong players in their own right. They're fundamentally sound in this game. They know the system mechanics like the back of their hand. I mean, so much so with Fubuki's just playing mine for this bracket, and their Qdora is just like you saw it last bracket, right? It was an oppressive Qdora. But we are getting Basil and Lucky here. So sisca and Yagabi on. So, and we saw a preview of this matchup at Frosty Faustings, and we saw Jack World playing this matchup like perfect. With the. Well, I guess I would say perfectly in a sense that they were on point with the reads, especially when it comes to the flash kick, because it's so easy to let that flash kick fly. It comes out fast, and if you're not ready to punish it, he's basically safe. And that's not even going into the fatal version of Flash of that move, right? You can dash cancel it. You can go cancel into another normal. But I'm very much looking forward to this. Lucky starting us out here into the round start here. Gets Basil crossed up here. But here's flash kick number 1. But Lucky also not afraid to throw their own DPs into the mix here. That fatal shoulder charge. It's a lot of damage here. Now we got the misfires on deck. Ops to parry there. No conversion off the jump C. And that's one of the buttons that sisca can actually, like, if you're high enough, you can just do into air dash JC into 5A because of the way the hurt box is. It's kind of a standing low. It's very weird that it's a very weird conversion in the sense of like of most traditional fighting games. But man, that guard bar looking pretty bad, but not as bad as that flash kick was, but not gonna get much of a punish on this. Lucky trying so hard to bait that burst from Basil, and Basil is just not biting. The flash kick here, the fatal fireball dash cancel. There's the shoulder tackle. DPs to get out of the overhead, and now Basil gonna take that first take around here. Nice. Uh-oh. Here comes the flash kick yet again. There's the overhead. Another overhead for the OTG. Fatal shoulder tackle to dash cancel to maintain pressure. That guard bar looking a little suspect here into the fatal deep air DP to get a mix-up off in it, because the thing with sisca, her air DP, it generates another ring that is a triggered a delayed explosion, so it's very ideal for mix-ups or just keeping pressure. It's right there. That fatal DP cancel into JA punishes the fatal flash kick, but fortunately Basil had the burst to protect him. But now you have no meter, no burst, a little bit of foxfire, and there's that hit that Lucky needed, but unfortunately it was a mid-screen hit. Oh, drops the combo chance for Basil and seizes the opportunity to take the game, going up 1-0. Okay. Nice. Going into the close B loops. Into another overhead. OTG overhead. Another overhead. Another one. That guard bar is cranked, and Basil is just laying down the aggression. Nice setup here. Nice setup on the overhead here. Let's go for the double overhead, but Basil, that defense is looking pretty nice tonight. He's the back dash, but no punish. Nicely done. Into yet another flash kick. And Basil has just been on point with these flash kicks tonight, but whiffs the Bato. The pressure coming in to 60, applying those plus frames, and it can also low crush too. So if you're not careful, pressing the wrong button will mean certain doom. But the whip punish on the fatal jump C, that's a pretty nice punish right there. Going in for 30%. Goes for the hero burst here. The fatal dashes for the neutral jump scare. Hey, but it is scaled quite a bit though. Delays the flash kick to catch Lucky off it, but Lucky is not the turn. Yeah. Oh, the fatal fire. I'm not sure what that one. I think that's a fatal unblockable. It has a little bit of a projectile, but not really sure. That's the Basil special. A lot of times they'll Bato and then they'll charge flash kick, thinking that you can punish Bato. Another flash kick, and now catches the backdash with the Bato. Lucky going up. Basil going up 3-0. Nice. Woo! Nice. Okay. Wait. Gonna be a lot of damage here, going into the loops here. Nice. Nicely done. Look at that pressure coming in, and the guard break to boot. This is gonna be a lot of damage. Face the first. You have 4 sparks. No, stop the combo. Not like this. Not like this, Lucky. Get a point on the board. You got so much meter to work with, but they're playing so passively. They're just looking for that flash kick, and I don't blame them. That flash kick at that point in the game could have easily just stolen the round. And there's that fatal shoulder tackle again. Nice, using the anti-projectile to generate a fireball, drops the Bato here into the fatal fireball. Oh, the overhead. We'll see it again. Nope, going for the throw this time. Basil going up 4-0. Nice. Yeah, a flash kick yet again makes its mark here. Basil has just been on point with these flash kicks. Oh my goodness. Yep. And take that round yet again. Alright, the ability to trigger, slightly extending the combo into a better knockdown. The Bato whiffing in neutral. No conversion. Again, that could have been a nasty conversion off that. But Lucky, it just has been like DPing through these overheads here. Punishes the 5DC with a throw. Another overhead coming in from Basil. Nice call out from Lucky. It's hit with the cross up. Another combo dropped. And the fatal shoulder tackle, forcing Lucky to burst here. Bato feints have been doing a lot of work. And then there's the fatal tackle. Not quite going to kill, but it is going to be a lot of damage. It's going to put Lucky in a very bad situation. Looking for that overhead. Nice challenge, but doesn't convert. There's the 2D. This hit cross up was forcing. Now Basil forced to burst. Bato cancel. The parry on the Bato. The flash kick not hitting its mark. Chance for Lucky and goes for the fatal super. And finally gets himself on the board. 4-1. That fatal air DP was so scary because you can do an instant overhead, a double instant overhead like that. But we got another overhead, this time blocking the third one. But unfortunately, the flash hit is going to make his mark. Basil on set point yet again. 2D. Tries the fatal shoulder tackle to kind of skip neutral there. You tell that Lucky is just trying so hard to bait that burst. And I think that anticipation is literally killing them. Sometimes you just gotta have to let your opponent just burst himself. Put him in a situation where, hey, it's saying, hey, if you don't burst this, you're taking a good chunk of damage or you're dying. But you know, it's fine. The Bato parry, another parry from Lucky that was so smart. Fatal dash cancel, the DP hitting its mark, but the fatal fireball coming in. The start of adaptation punishes the whiff flash kick, but drops the combo. Don't want to see that kind of thing happen. Come on, Lucky, lock in. But you get hit by that fatal tackle, and a panic burst, forcing him to whiff it. Nice. Now Lucky on the board, slowly making their way back. Starting to see signs of adaptation. Oh, a flash kick. But you know what? Looks like this tournament's based in Chicago, because that was a bit of a Chicago punish right there. Another overhead block. Flawless frames on the 6D there. Into the overhead. The fireball, unfortunately, not OTGing. 2BC coming in clutch to snipe the gap in pressure. Another DP. Fatal shoulder tackle, but the burst whiffing. Not a good situation for Lucky here. But they still have a good amount of meter. And fatal Bato taking that. Set point yet again for Basil. With the Bato and gets opened up low. Oh. Nice. Oh no. Nice. So scary. Nice. Coming in. Now closing that round out with the fatal super. Oh, big conversion off that. Going to go for the double fireball setup here. This is so nasty. That stagger pressure really starting to come in for Lucky. Gets a good counter hit 5A, but that flash kick is going to make its mark here. But Lucky just showing that they're not afraid and they will DP back. The fatal flash kick coming in this time. Fatal Bato. And now Lucky, yet another game on the board. 4-3. Staggers. Nice. Oh boy. Into the fatal super. Another closeout. That was so nice from Lucky. Lucky on the path of redemption here. Putting themselves on the board here. Blocks the low. No punish. Fireball coming in. A flash kick meets its mark yet again. Forcing Lucky to burst here. Backdash cancel. Will cross up. And then gets hit cross up by the fireball. So in this game, you have to hit where Sisca is currently at, not where she was when she put down the fireball. So that makes it a little bit different than like other anime games like Guilty Gear or BlazBlue. And now Basil trying to close this out. Set point yet again, but you just parry at round start and you are going to get thrown for your troubles. So a lot of damage here. The stagger pressure coming in, the 6C with the plus frames. The fatal jump C gets punished by the air dash in. The Bato getting punished on block, but the flash kick, an ever-present threat. Yet again, as soon as I say that, another flash kick lands its mark. Oh. Did not react to the parry here, but punishes the flash kick. Will it be enough? Might just be enough here into the fatal super. It is now all tied up. 4-4. We might just see the reverse 5-0 here. And the momentum is on Lucky's side here. The overhead. Backdash gets caught. Fatal fireball. Base the flash kick. This is such a good position into not spamming the fatal on the super here. Must have messed up the input. Nope, calls up the fatal fireball. Fatal fireball again. Flash kick to punish. Tries to flash kick. Lucky just flailing. Just needs one good hit and gets it. Now Lucky on set point. Gets hit low. And hit by the Bato. The overhead cut gets hit again, taking a massive chunk. Another flash kick. The burst baited. The worst possible things could have happened there. The stagger pressure to 16 on the plus frames right there. DP's on the gap. Eats the fireball. Fatal fireball. Has to guess. Guesses incorrectly. No, drops the combo. Chance for Basil. And now you see Lucky trying to crank that guard bar so he doesn't have a chance to play. It gets opened up low. Tries to kill the OTG. Not enough yet. The flash kick hitting his mark. Another flash kick. Both players on set point. Tries to go for the conversion, but drops it. A bit of a tricky one, if I do say so. Blocks the Bato. They were able to land and block the Bato. This is not a good position for Basil to be in. Spends the bar for the fatal tackle. That corner carry looking kind of rough. Nice blocks on the fireball and the overhead. Gets hit on cross up. The fatal dash into the overhead. Tries to punish the JC. Both players are just scrambling to get a hit in. And the flash kick makes its mark. Basil taking that 5-4. Almost with the reverse 5-0 on that for Lucky.
Holy shit, that was a set.
That was an incredible set. You saw the adaptation there, and they were just playing a lot more cautious and just going for the more guaranteed stage jump setups with the DP. But in the end, playing they were so antsy to finish the set up that they just kind of lost that patience, and unfortunately it cost them the game and the set for that matter.
Yeah, you can see it looks like the nerve was starting to kick in on them too, because they were so close. They're running it back.
Yeah, and the thing with Basil, it is hard to condition him to stop flash kicking, because he will flash kick on a lot of situations, and he's the type of player that if you do not have airtight setups, it will get flash. It can and it will get flash kicked.
All right, so now we got BlackJet and BlackJet and Fubuki up next now.
So we are with the Qdora mirror. But we'll kind of see where this is going. I think this is technically our last set of the night, right?
No, we got one more. We got two more after this.
Oh yeah, got you. Oh, Fubuki going Tina on this. This is interesting. Oh no, wait, it was some. I got desyncs. Lamau.
Yeah, I'm seeing two Qdoras on my side.
Yeah, something happened to my end, but the Rekka's coming in. Nice, the fatal dash cancel. That was a very nice anti-air by BlackJet. Nice. Okay, now we back in it. Nice. Into the instant overhead. Look at those plus frames. That guard bar getting so cranked. But unfortunately, eventually you're going to get opened up. And BlackJet going to take that first game here. Nice anti-Rekka. This is a very interesting position to be in, because now both these Qdoras are full screen. So they're trying to gauge the situation with those Rekkas. Nice. That pressure, it's looking very bad. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Nice. Coming in with the 6A here. It's gonna be a lot of damage here. Gets opened up by the low Rekka. Is not looking too good for Fubuki here. Messes up the instant air dash combo, but gets a nice chunky reset off it. Drops a combo, but it's okay. You're still in the blender with the fuzzy overhead. BlackJet taking it up 2-0. Alright, sorry, I had to get a cat was bothering me, so I had to figure out what was going on. But we're back in it. Alright. Nice conversion coming in from BlackJet. Into the reset here. Had to guess 50-50 off that. Nicely done. Going to spin into the super. BlackJet going up 3-0. You can tell that BlackJet is just very knowledgeable about this mirror. He just knows when to kind of pick and choose where he wants to air dash in, when to lightning dash. And now, and just like that, even though that Fubuki just bursted it there, he was immediately back in with that fatal dash cancel. That was kind of that was 5 different overheads, and then going into the super, closing out that last bit of health here. But now, Fubuki finally getting a hit in. The evasion from the BlackJet is just so good. He was able to make Fubuki whiff with the first overhead by crouching. Tries to fuzzy jump out of there, but Fubuki is just not having it. Lightning dash, another getting, like, Fubuki's getting all these stray hits. It's just, unfortunately, BlackJet is just a little bit better at converting off those stray hits. Fatals through the first part of the Rekka, forcing BlackJet the burst. Another set of overheads here. This is going to be a lot of damage here. Fatal seal, fortunately, drops it, and now Fubuki's gonna make him pay. Tries to go for the fuzzy here. two VCs out. Nice! Lightning dash into the Rekkas. Not quite gonna kill, but is gonna put him in a very perilous situation. Doubles jumps to bait the anti-air. And now BlackJet, it's on set point. And 2PC coming out. Whiffs that one, but the first hits its mark. Both players just opting to go lightning dash in. Nice side switch conversion coming in from Fubuki. Hits him with the anti-air reset. Great blocks coming in from BlackJet. But unfortunately, enough. And the guard break hits its mark. It's probably mashing a little bit one too many times. You can't really fuzzy mash in this game because if you do, the guard bar goes down much quicker. Like, you almost lose an entire guard bar stock. And just like that, look at that. Three of your guard bar stocks are gone. Nice. Coming in. The fatal. Going for the loops. There's the double seal loops into the overhead. Fortunately, he's going to scale pretty hard. Now, BlackJet on set point. Catches the dash in. Nice. Going in for the low. Sets the seal. The standard safe jump with the overhead here. Fatal to extend the combo. Might just be doing it, although this is probably good. This is a pretty scaled hit. Has to get a reset off it. Throws. Tries to make something happen with that reversal super, but unfortunately, Fubuki was ready. But you can't always just sit back and relax on full screen. And now BlackJet takes the set 5-1, I believe. Yeah. Or was it 5-0? I think
it was 5-0.
I missed. Yeah, 5-0. Thank you.
All right, so next up, we got two more to go. No, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So go ahead with the other match.
Yep. So we got Fubuki and Basil up next, but so seeing the Qdora mirror is also pretty interesting too.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one. But now it looks like Fubuki playing mine for this set, which is very interesting. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be 8. Now I don't know if Fubuki's just more comfortable with mine, or they're just doing it's whatever. But we'll kind of see what kind of the consensus is for this longer set here. Basil a bit of a wild card, They kind of throw stuff out, and if you're not 100% prepared for it, you will definitely get clipped by it. And Basil's a player that you just have to instill the fear of God, and that is not an easy task to do. Already, look at that! Yep, going for the basic combo. The simple is the most effective here. The flash kick catching the 2C, because there is a gap in there. Going for the flying carpet mix. Gets opened up low. Forcing Basil to burst. And just sits there and waits. And catches out that round with the overhead. Nice.
This match is also important too because it decides who gets second place.
That's true. But alright. Gets hit by the flame carpet here. Nice. Oof. The burst coming in clutch here. Fubuki having a good, has a nice decent health lead, but you know, with a character like Yagabi, that can change all in an instant. One good bato like that, or shoulder tackle, and suddenly your back's in the corner, and just like that, the overhead meets its mark. Just needed one more good hit. Now Basil taking that first game. Delays the second part of the flash kick right there. So here comes the other flash kick. Got the loops, forcing Basil to burst. Nice anti-air. But Fubuki is just not scared. Just letting those DPs fly. But the counter hit JC will eventually catch up to them. Nice. The triple overhead, but now follow up with the standing low. That's such a tricky mix-up. Nice, coming in clutch. And the 2D making another round on another game. Surprised that Fubuki has not switched to the Qdora yet. Must be that locked in on the mind, but you know what? I respect it. Fatal shoulder tackle. Into yet another one. Nice conversion coming in for Fubuki. Gets that corner carry. But unfortunately, due to the starter, it was going to scale. Parry, Bato parry, flash kick coming in clutch. The DP, these guys are just swinging. They do not care about each other's Oki. They're not respecting it. They don't need to with the fatal flash kick. Another DP coming out. Jump GC and the fatal flame carpet. Oh, a bit of a Chicago punish. Could have gotten a lot more off that punish DPs. Definitely probably looking for that burst they got earlier. Oh no, with the burst! That's actually a very bad situation. But the flash kick comes alive. Another fatal flash kick. The flash kick gets baited out, and now Fubuki putting themselves on the board here. 2-1. I see the empty jump low. Love to see it. And now, could have gotten a little bit of a conversion off the fireball, but you're still in a very good position, blocking mine down in the corner. With that flame carpet coming in clutch, barely drops Simbo there. It's a bit of an awkward conversion. The anti-projectile fireball forcing Fubuki to burst. Just needs one good hit, and one good hit is what Basil will get here. Nicely done. Oh shit. Nice, the flash hit coming in. Gets those loops to get that corner carry. Finishes it off with the overhead. Fireball Oki. But Fubuki managed to squeeze their way out. The blocks coming in, but eventually gets opens up by the low here. Trying to get some sort of flame carpet. Here comes the wall splat on the Bato. Now you're facing Yagabi, who's in your face. The fatal fireball. Fubuki just bursting out of it. Doesn't want anything to do with it. And now Basil going up 3-1. Fubuki staying steadfast to the mine here. Nice anti-air Bato. Very bad. The anti-low, but tries to go overhead with the 2C and punishes it with the flash kick. Gets hit air unblockable with the charge 6V. A good chunk of damage, but Basil decides to burst here. Another whiff flash kick. Here comes the punish. Getting the enhanced version of the command grab. Another flash kick. Finds its mark here. Nicely done. Already the guard break, but no punish. They're just waiting for that burst. Both players trying to play around each other's burst. It's just neither one of them is just biting on it. Done. Into the air throw, the dunk. One flash kick. Just needs one more DPs out. These guys are just swinging. Both of them hungry for that last hit. Tries to project the parry perfectly, but it doesn't matter because you got flash kick or DP'd. 3-2. Nice. Nice. Good conversion coming in from Fubuki. Gets opened up low. Resets with the command grab. And does get the enhanced version because of the flame carpet. Playing carpet now all over the floor. Nice. The flash kick coming in. Saw that Fubuki left a gap in their pressure. And Basil, the flash kick enthusiast. Back to neutral once again. They're just spending so much meter just to get in on each other. Now there's finally making its mark here. Going for the loops for the corner carry. Here comes the fireball. Oki gets in with the fatal jump C. A lot of stray hits happening, but no full conversions. But as soon as I say that, here comes Fubuki with that conversion. Well, they not building quite enough meter for it. And now it's 3-3. Another 5BC broken by the throw, but the flash kick, an ever-looming threat, especially with a player like Basil. Now you're getting mixed up. Another flash kick. DP punish, but yeah, again with these flash kick punishes, not really the most optimal thing to do here, especially when you get a DP punish like that. But you know what? If it works, it works. Nice. And the guard break to boot. You got the 6C starter, but Basil immediately bursting. Doesn't want to do anything with it at all. And now you're eating a good 23% right here. Chunk. Tries a fatal flash the way into neutral. If Fubuki's just not having it, but the flash kick about as certain as death in taxes here, especially in this matchup here. The fatal jump C. Pressure coming in and gets the punish off the 2C. This round could be a very important one, because now whoever wins this game is definitely going to carry that momentum to wrap up the set here. Full tackle. Oh no, the 2BC whiffing its mark. Another DP block, but just decides to go for the kick. Missing out a lot of damage on the table there. And now Basil getting on the board for 4-3. Nice Bato. Overhead. Another overhead, forcing Fubuki to burst. You don't want to die with a full burst meter. Flash kick makes its mark, and Far B definitely going to take it. Oh no, tries to parry for the follow that's what was supposed to came after. But unfortunately, Basil not biting on it. There's the throw. Nice. Oh, the whiff flash kick. But the shoulder tackle going to take it. It is now 5-3. The winner is Basil. And they're probably going to be taking second place here.
That's correct. We're going to move on to our
but we still but it is a round robin. So
yep. So we got BlackJet versus
BlackJet.
Lucky.
Oh boy. Definitely going to be. So this is a matchup that is especially when you see as good as a player such as BlackJet. They're definitely not going to make it easy, and it feels like that BlackJet is going to give you a masterclass on how to play this matchup. Because sisca, a lot of people think she's probably one of the best characters, if not the best characters in the game. You definitely tell Free has a favorite. All right, going into it, I do like the dash in on round start. You don't want to give Qdora any screen space at all. At the same time, Qdora is also an up close monster, especially when you start spinning those bar for those fatal setups with the seal. Force the burst here. The DP baited out. Gonna go for the side switch route here. It's probably gonna kill. Yes, it will. Nicely done. Nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And so I was so mesmerized by the mix there that I kind of just like my brain turned off, and it was, and just like that, BlackJet was able to take that first game here, because it was just a flurry of onslaught of overheads and just constant overheads, and if you blocked the low once, it was over. Another early burst. Well, I shouldn't say early burst from Lucky, because it was definitely a good time to burst, and already you were already at like a quarter of your health. Fatal dash coming in, and yep, I definitely get hit by that too. Don't feel bad. That I believe that's 6A, yeah. DP's out. Fireball deleting that seal. Messes up the Oki here. Purposely leaving those gaps just to get BlackJet to press, but they're not so easily fooled. Nice, gets the stagger pressure in. Not going to be a lot of damage here because it was a 5A starter here, especially when you staggered it like that. But great trade coming in for BlackJet here. Gonna use the fatal super to take that game. Going up 2-0. Nice. Look at this pressure, and already you got the guard break, the seal, and he was just going back as he was attacking, just waiting for that burst to happen. There's the 2BC. Lucky just not biting on these burst baits here, and now this could be a good chance for the Lucky to get back into it. but gets hit. Another air dash back just to bait the burst. A non-existent one, I should say. Just needs one good hit. The flash, the fatal DP, and now gets clipped by the low Rekka. 2C. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of damage. And it was such a great start too. Easily gonna be 32%. The fuzzy on these overheads. My eyes are getting a little bit fuzzy after that shit. Opting to spin that fatal super and just quickly closing it out, going up 3-0. That's done. Ooh. Nice. Uh-oh. Got the guard break, but BlackJet was smart, saving the burst there, using it on the guard break punish. But not working with a lot of health. A good hit coming in from Lucky. Hopefully it'll be enough to be on the board here. Tries to spin the fatal, but wasn't exactly sure how to continue the combo. That burst gets baited. Spinning that meter. Getting the extension on the combo. DP's out. Let's go for the fatal super. Yes. Is able to squeeze in a hit in. Is able to steal that round. Fireball. Just really extending that combo game here. Seeing a lot of drop Oki from coming in from Lucky here. Double fireball set up. Nice. Baits the VP. Rekka into lightning dash. Gonna be a good amount of damage here. Goes for the reset off the Rekka. Look at these plus frames. And then the guard break scenario. You have no burst to really help you out in this one. Looks easy off that jump C. Nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, and with that setup here, I think that was also a guard break. And now, BlackJet on just one more game. Taking a second to breathe here. I do like that. I do like when people kind of take a second to like collect themselves. And especially a player like BlackJet, you have to keep a calm head. Because these Qdora setups are just dizzying. And the guard break setup, going for the fireball starter, but drops it. Oh, that was such an unfortunate coincidence. A coincidence that might just cost him a lot here. Going for the safe jump. The double overhead fuzzy. Using negative edge to keep the combo going. It's going to be scaled a lot, but barely kills off that. BlackJet on that point here. Luckily, Lucky was in the dead zone of that Rekka. Gonna find a stray hit in neutral here. Nice. That was a great parry there into. Oh, calls out the 6A. That was really nice, but unfortunately, for all that backdashing and parrying you were doing, you used up a lot of your guard bar, and that's going to result in the guard break here. Great defense. Already that guard bar are almost gone, but gets clipped by the anti-air, and BlackJet is going to take the set 5-0.
And BlackJet is our tonight's tournament. I can't talk either. Tournament champion.
Yeah.
So big shout out to BlackJet.
Yeah. Good stuff. It's always great to see some great East-off here, especially when you have players like BlackJet and the Basil just really showcasing what these characters can really do. So good stuff to both players. But yeah. I think that is going to do it for us here. That was the last set here. And that was the tournament winner. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully we can get a bigger turnout next time. But you know what? Smaller does not always sometimes having a smaller bracket doesn't mean that doesn't mean there's not going to be as many good games. Just as good, and if not better games right now for that.
Appreciate you helping out, man.
So,
much love to commentary as well too. I was learning a lot as I was listening.
Yeah, this game has a lot under its hood, and there's some stuff I'm still figuring out myself. That's a long time anime player myself. It's once you really start to sink your teeth into what the fatal system can do, and just what the character specific stuff, you'll find that there's a lot of stuff under the hood.
Yep, we're gonna wrap things up here. Once again, much love for kicking in though, because it makes my life so much easier when I have somebody commentate and I can just work on the bracket.
Mm-hmm. No problem. But anyway, that's gonna be doing us for here. You guys have a wonderful night. I'm making some motherfucking mac and cheese, and none of y'all can't stop me.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, you too. And now we see a guard break.
Did I just blow it up?
Combo. Very unfortunate drop coming in from BlackJet. But this could be the chance that Basil needs here. Air dash is in. Basil forced to burst. Just snipe the gap in pressure. Another DP. Fatal shoulder tackle, but the burst whiffing. Not a good situation for Lucky here. But they still have a good amount of meter. A lot of damage. And it was such a great starter too. Easily going to be 32%. The fuzzy on these overheads. My eyes are getting a little bit fuzzy after that shit. Opting to spin that. Oh boy. Into the fatal super. Gets those loops to get that core carry. Finishes it off with the overhead. Fireball Oki. But Babuki managed to squeeze their way out.
いや絶対日本